This is a journey into money.
Hello, hello, and welcome to another edition of The Chosen Ones. This week we have Jinx, the loose cannon. Now, I have a lot of questions about Jinx carry. Mostly, how does she carry her rocket launcher and minigun with such scrawny arms? But gameplay-wise, not a lot of questions. She's a very clear carry. Her rockets deal good damage and can stun entire enemy teams. This is a very flavorful mechanic, as if someone were to hit me with a rocket, I would also need to have a second to compose myself. I considered going all in on sharpshooters, but I figured my audience is here for try-hard optimized builds, so we're going all in on 6 Fortune Jinx. The thing about Fortune that makes it a bit more interesting than regular compositions is that losing is a required part of it. If you want to get that big Fortune payoff, you need to lose a fair amount of games. Now, there isn't really a consensus on when exactly to lose, and even though most would recommend you start losing once you actually have your Fortune units, I say that practice pays off, so we're going to try and be one step ahead of the game and start losing early. Because remember, we're tryharding today. We're going to pull all the stops to win by losing. To help continue our losing streak, I've employed the solo queue formation. You can see our tanks completely ignore our backline while they are picked off by the enemy team. I was actually able to learn and use this formation when I was leaving Iron 3 in Traditional League, and now I can continue to lose with it in Teamfight Tactics. It truly is a versatile play. And in case you're wondering, we are going to stay at 2 Sharpshooter, so one of Vayne or Nidalee will have to be sold. Although after this performance, ideally I would sell both of them. But hey, at least we lost. So some quick statistics here. We've played 3 games, we've lost all 3. Extrapolating on that, we're never going to win. I feel this is a pretty safe bet. I'm going to put some serious money down on it. We're not winning this one, which is great because we now have our 3 Fortune. This will finally start paying off a bit more. Oh, or we could win. Okay, great. Well, I guess I didn't need 2 kidneys. Well, we haven't lost a game since we went 3 Fortune. But I can't say that some of our units aren't trying. I mean, well, let's just take a second to zoom in on Vayne this round. But the worst thing is, we still win this one. I mean, we're just unstoppable with 3 Fortune. You know on the back of a Fortune cookie when it says your lucky numbers? Ours just says all of them. I would say you can't win them all, but I don't know. To be fair, winning with Fortune isn't the worst thing in the world. Whenever you win with Fortune, you get some gold, and if you're getting 2 or 3 extra gold around, that can really add up. So maybe that can be our strategy this time. Instead of losing a bunch, we can just keep winning and get that nice Fortune bonus. I know that's a bit of a departure from how we usually play, but I figure, why not? Let's give winning a chance. And we can see Nunu about to finish the deal, and okay, well, maybe not. Let's jump ahead a bit. So I was successfully able to turn that loss into a 3-loss streak, but more importantly, we now have 6 Fortune. This is thanks to our chosen Fortune Katarina, or as I like to call her, Miss Fortune. We're lucky to have a 2-star cat because our Jinx is still relatively weak. By going more Fortune than Sharpshooters, I've definitely handicapped Jinx, but I think the main issue is that she's still only a 1-star. But I like the Shojins, and I'm sure we can 2-star her eventually, so I'm not that worried. So we're going to win this one based almost solely off our Chosen's back. Well, let's see what that gets us. Oh, well, you look at that. Just like always, gambling eventually pays off. We got a bunch of gold, we got a BF sword, that's going to be a nice guardian angel for Jinx. Some people might say this is a nice place to stop 6 Fortune, but I'm going to reinvest in myself, and we're going all in on the proven success of 6 Fortune. Okay, well, it's working. We're losing a lot, which I guess is good. We're at 35 health, though, so at this point, we need to sort of turn this around a little bit. We don't have that many losses left in our tank. Now, in traditional gambling, I would just ask for a take-backseat to get out of a situation like this, but I can't do that in TFT, so we're just going to have to win some way or another. Our items aren't really helping us either. I've gotten 5 tiers so far, and because I used early Thieves' Gloves, none of them have ended up on Katarina. I don't think Sejuani blue buff is going to go viral anytime soon, but at least Jinx is looking good. I mean, the Guardian's Angels, Shojins, and the Rabadons, it's good damage, decent survivability. I say this in every video, but maybe a Quicksilver Cloak would have been better. But you know what? It all works out. It ragged on blue buff Sejuani, but the timing of that ult is perfect into the cat ult, and you all know what that means. Okay, yeah, it's still only 40 gold, but you know what? I have bad econ. That's why I have to gamble. But sometimes, maybe all the time, gambling pays off. And look at that Lee Sin, 2-star, blue buff, able to get some good kicks in there. The rest of the team is no slouch, of course. Luck is a lady tonight, with Jinx, Cat, and Sejuani making huge contributions. I'm pretty happy with our team right now. I don't think we need another member. I think we can double down on the units that we have. I should state here, in case you're thinking that I'm going for first place, let's just watch a match against somebody who actually has a chance at winning this game. So you can see there a mighty 2-star Lee Sin, ready to carry us to victory. Oh no! Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, so that Ashe is going to melt our entire team. So we're not going for first, but top 4 is still a potential. And you know what? That's a win. And oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. Top 4. Let's do this. So on the con side, we're running 6 Fortune, which is just sort of an objectively bad team composition. On the plus side, though, we have a 3-star Sejuani, who is now not just our tank, but our nuke damage source. We also have a 3-star Cat. We haven't been able to 3-star Jinx, our true carry of the video, but things could be worse. Now, some people might look at this team and think that it lacks synergy. I mean, our biggest synergy, Fortune, adds nothing to a fight. And other than that, we only have 2 Brawler and 2 Sharpshooter. But first off, that's ignoring full The Boss synergy and full Emperor synergy. You can't get any higher than what I have. But secondly, we're not going to win because of 2 Brawlers or 4 Brawlers or 4 Sharpshooters. We're going to win because of 9 Sejuani and 9 Katarina and 3 Azir. That's our synergy. As we enter the end game, how did Jinx carry do? Well, I think her main problem is she is much more coveted compared to her Fortune friends, and so she can be a bit overshadowed in Fortune builds by 3-star units. But she did her job. I think my items for her were decent. If I had to bet, and I do love to bet, I think Jinx would shine a bit more in a Sharpshooter's composition. But at the same time, I think that would be harder to force. Anyways, if you liked my video, please consider subscribing. It really means a lot, and it will prevent my bookie from breaking my kneecaps. Otherwise, as always, you can feel free to come fight me IRL. I'll give you a competitive 1,000 to 1 odds.